Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the long range weather forecast discussion for March 16th to the 30th. And I'm James Munley. First, going to take a look at the forecast period for March 6th to the 20th. We're still expecting a highly amplified flow during this forecast period. We have a ridge here building into the west and the southwest, troughing here in the east, and we have below normal heights here across much of Canada and Greenland. All right. Currently, we have a strong storm system moving through the Great Lakes, a strong system moving across the northeast. All right. So here's our first system here. This will be moving out. This is a strong low. This will push a cold front through, and it's causing a lot of winds. And right now, if we go here, we have in Pennsylvania, we have 171,000 over without power here. This is primarily across western PA. This is due to that storm moving east across northern New England. There could be a little light rain or snow showers that'll bring some snow to parts of New England. All right, so the next system we're going to talk about is a system here. We'll go to the satellite imagery, and it's right here off British Columbia. This will move in over the ridge, and then it'll amplify, develop here in the lee of the Rockies, and then lift northeastern to the Great Lakes. This will bring some colder air south, and this will cause a strong, very deep storm system moving across the Great Lakes. So we'll take a look at that energy now. This is what we're expecting here. Here's the system coming in. You can see it right here. All right, and it moves in. Look at all that energy there. Look at the white here. There's a lot of strong energy here. This will form a low. So we'll look at that at the surface. So we go to Saturday, Sunday. Here's our storm system. It develops. Now this is the GFS, and then brings heavy snow across this region here, mainly across the Great Lakes, mixing to the south. All right. So we'll take a look at the snowfall totals for this region. So we'll start here Saturday, Sunday. We'll go into Saturday, Sunday. This is in 6-hour periods, 8.9, 10 inches, 12 inches, almost 8 inches here. It looks like 18 inches here, 15 inches. Then we go into early Sunday. Go to Sunday, Monday. The heaviest accumulation would be across the northern Great Lakes region. This system will cause a lot of wind. Now, currently, with the other system, we'll take a look at that current system moving through here. This seems to be the hardest hit area here, with Ohio out without power, and Michigan, Wisconsin. All right. And then on the other side of the country, we have power outage here with a storm system moving in, an atmospheric river event. So we'll talk about that a little bit. All right, so we're going to go back here, and this is the pattern that we're forecasting again. We'll go to the surface, and we will have this system will be exiting the east on Monday. Maybe changing over to a little snow according to the GFS. We look at the European, mostly rain and European ensembles. Then the system moves east, and this brings in colder air into the eastern states. Now, leopard trough will cover much of the east, and there'll be some moderation in the air mass as we go through the week. All right, towards the weekend. Then we have an upper ridge of the southwest here, and that will bring unseasonably warm temperatures across California, the southwest, and eventually into parts of the Intermountain West, with temperatures approaching or exceeding 100 degrees in some locations, probably here in the southwest. All right, we're now with that system moving eastward on Sunday. There's a severe weather threat. Okay, so we'll look at that also. Um, Here we're going to, oh, this is the wrong map. All right, let me get this the right map. There's a severe weather threat, and here is where we're expecting the main weather that there'll be some strong to severe thunderstorms occurring in this region on Sunday. All right, that'll be on the 15th. All right. Okay, now we're going to look at the period from March 21st to the 25th. And what we have here is the GFS. Still has this upper low here, region building in across the west, the east, that is. Sorry, the east central states troughing in the west. And then we'll look at the European. Still has a trough digging here into the eastern states, strong posihite anomalies near Greenland, region in the west. And we look at the ensembles, more of a flatter flow, although the GFS ensembles keeps the trough here across the northwest, western states. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures here with anomalies of 10 degrees or more above normal in this region. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence 35%. Below normal precipitation for this region, probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. All right. All right, we're going to look at the period now for March 26th to the 30th. And the GFS has trough, ridge, trough configuration. The European has a trough here in the east also, but also has a trough here across the northwest, western Canada, ridge in between. And then the ensembles has a trough here more in the west. And that's the same map. And the European ensemble has a trough in the east. So as a compromise for this forecast period, I am calling for below normal temperatures here. And for this region, anomalies are forecast to be about 2 to 4 degrees below normal, above normal temperatures here, with anomalies of 8 degrees or more above normal in this area here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence is 35%. Okay, we're going to take a closer look at the storm system that'll be organizing in the west. So we'll go back to the surface. We'll take a look here at the upper levels. As this system comes in, digs across, comes into the west, digs into the central states, and these winds. Now this will cause some strong winds, also severe weather, as I said, and because we will have a flow coming up out of the Gulf, and we'll have southwesterly winds at the lower levels, and this will cause some spin in the atmosphere, bringing strong severe storms. This system will then organize and move eastward. You see right here, this is the GFS, here's the European, they're similar. Here's our upper low right here. This will be where our heaviest snow will fall. So again, we'll take a look at the snowfall totals. All right, we'll go Saturday evening, early Sunday morning. We're looking at, these are 6-hour intervals. 10 inches, I'm going over the big ones. 10 inches. And then we go further into early Monday morning, another 7 inches or so. So across this area here, I think that there'll be maybe up to 3 feet of snow in some of these areas. Lesser amounts to the south due to possibility of mixing. There could be some ice or sleet accumulation. And we could take a quick look at that. Let's see. winter weather.
We talked about one specifically that Polanco pointed out, that kind of in between ball where you have to decide whether to go get it or go to first base.
Um,
Oh, okay, the ball in the hole. The ball in the hole. Well, Pete had a problem with that as well. With that. Is there anything else specifically though that you got to get familiar with?
okay, we'll look at.
The defense playing over towards second base and Polanco
All right, we'll look at the ice pellets accumulation here.
is shifty down the left field line. To your point, you got to get to
So this is, see, we'll have some mixing here across this area.
they shift as much as they can.
This is for freezing rain and so forth. So it's in here. The heaviest snow would be to the north.
To get familiar with the range that the second baseman has to his left.
And one thing here with this system also will be due to, let me see if I have that map. Maybe I don't have it. I thought I had it up earlier. Okay. This will have a strong moisture feed in here, and we go to the integrated water vapor imagery, and then we'll go maybe 12 hours. What day is this? See, we have moisture moving in here with that storm system moving inland. Okay, this is for the 16th. That is Monday. So we have, let me see. Okay, this is for North America. This is what I wanted. This will have a moisture feed. We'll go to 18, 36 hours, 15th. That is, I'm looking at the calendar. That is Sunday. And look at all the moisture here, deep moisture coming in here. There's deep moisture coming into this region. You can see we have a southerly wind carrying up the moisture. Now, on the other side of the country, we have an atmospheric river event going on, and you can see we have deep moisture moving in here also due to a moist onshore flow here in the west. So we could take a quick look at the this is the system right here. So we could take a look at the moisture coming into that system. Okay, we're going to look at the rainfall totals, put it that way. This would be in 12 hours because we're looking at a multi-day situation here. So we'll go in a 12-hour period. You can see here close to 1 inch. Half inch. This is according to the GFS. Then here comes the next system dropping in. Now we'll look at the European. About the same, under 1 inch, but this is in 6-hour periods, remember. Okay, I just want to show you that. But look at the moisture coming in here with the snowstorm. Back it up a little bit. See that? This is the liquid equivalent. Okay, so that is the long-range weather forecast discussion for March 16th to 30th. Thanks for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.